Welcome to today's morning report chart analysis videos on Thursday 7th of February with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec Markets. We've got a continuation really of this slight sort of air of dollar strength, dollar recovery I should say really, across markets, and we've seen that through recent sessions actually. Euro dollar drifting lower again, sterling again lower, 29 figure now. Dollar yen 110 figure continues to be a key level. I'll talk about that in the chart analysis. Gold back into the 1300 to 1310 pivot band. Silver basically back to support as well. Silver's my chart of the day. I'll speak about that in a bit too. But you can see here where the dollar rally has sort of been taking off. Now, my question is that going to continue? I'm not entirely sure because you've got yields that are not really going anywhere. Fairly subdued on the 10-year, similar 2-year. The yuan, not really doing a great deal, slightly ticking a shade higher on dollar yuan today, but generally speaking you're not really seeing all the sort of moves higher on the that would be sort of akin to a stronger dollar. It's basically seeing that the dollar is sort of like the best of a bad bunch really in terms of the major economies, and that I think is why we're seeing the dollar strengthen more than anything. You've also got Brexit factors to sort of play in, and that's sort of weighing on euro, weighing on sterling, and I think that generally speaking that's what we've seen. You've got, in terms of equity markets, a very slight move lower yesterday on the S&P 500. S&P 500, and futures are ticking a little bit lower today. You can see that. But to be honest, it's at the moment nothing to get too worked up about in terms of big corrective moves, and it'll be interesting to see how the markets do respond to this little tick lower on equities and shade higher on volatility. But generally speaking, the positive trends are all still intact, and FTSE is still holding up, and DAX a little bit lower, but again still holding on to its trend higher of recent weeks. So these markets are pretty much all around key levels. As I said, gold, you'll see that in my analysis videos in a bit, but gold and silver as well, back towards key sort of support areas and trend lines. Okay, so in terms of the data points today, we're looking out for the Bank of England this morning at 12 o'clock UK time, lunchtime. No expectation of any rate changes, and 0.75% on the rates, and that's expected to be a unanimous decision today. But it's Super Thursday as well, so we're looking out for the growth revisions and also revisions to any inflation projections as well. So watch out for that. That will be the key factor as how sterling performs. You've also got Theresa May, who's meeting up with the hierarchy of the European Union today in an attempt to renegotiate the deal that she's already agreed on. But that is sort of also due today, so it'd be interesting to see any news flow out of that. But at the moment, in front of it, sterling is ticking lower. Now, it takes me onto my chart of the day, which is silver. Now, we've seen gold and silver just drifting lower, but both of those are actually within their uptrends of the past 2 or so months. And this move back to 1560 is an interesting level. Just to zoom back, 1560 is an important level. Look how important it is on a historic support basis. Massive lows coming in at 1560. Subsequently, a little bit of a basis of resistance on the way up. But again, is it going to act as a basis of support? Interestingly, it's coming at the uptrend, 1552 at the moment on that uptrend, coming as the RSIs unwound back towards the 50s. MACD lines and stochastics are just unwinding really. So is this going to be a position at which silver starts to find support? Well, the equivalent of that is 1300 on gold finding support, and again I'll talk through that in my charts in a bit. But silver back towards a key level. Is this just another unwinding move that's going to find support around these sort of the old pivot level of 1560? and also the uptrend. That'll be what we're looking out for. Is this a buying opportunity? Well, we need to see the bulls really sort of regaining a bit of initiative. Above 60 on the RSI would be positive. Above neutral on the MACD lines would also be positive. But you really need to see a move back above 1591, which is that reaction high. And again, near-term pivot, 1590 and 1591, a move above that, and you're sort of looking far more positive again. But it's interesting that that support at 1560 came into the tick yesterday and again to the tick today. So is this the opportunity where you start to see silver finding support, building support of that uptrend, and then regaining the upside initiative? So it's a key one to watch, I think. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you later.